Hey guys, this is Debs here with another WIP video where I just show you stuff I'm working on. And I'm kind of working on a whole bunch of crap right now. And I'm also preparing for Brick World, which is in like 3 days. So anyway, let's just get started here. On a WIP I'm mostly done with. I kind of need to make this deck area bigger, which I really like how this turned out, by the way. I think it looks really cool. And it's just kind of like a floating shop, and you can kind of see the rock that just some weird floating rock that magically floats, and someone decided to build a little store on it. Got the little guy in there, and just, I don't know, it's just something I came up with, and I was particularly inspired by that piece down there, which I just think is a pretty cool piece. I really like how the rock turned out, which I'm just kind of trying to show you it a bit. I don't know why, but I just really liked how the rock turned out, and I just think this is looking pretty good so far. Kind of fragile, it's got a really stupid base down there, and it's kind of tilting like that. But, you know, I'm still pretty excited when I first seen this one. I also really like the anti-studs down there under the counter. And I think this one's just looking pretty cool, and it's shaping up to be a nice mock, and this thing isn't really attached. See, it's kind of lopsided. But it's really no big deal. I'll just kind of readjust it, maybe. Right there, okay. Okay. Alright. Maybe I won't readjust it, but it's fine. It's slightly less fragile than I thought, apparently. Next thing over here is a Lego gun. It can fire rubber bands. Would you look at that? And this is actually just kind of an old thing that I've just kind of kept the mechanism, like this mechanism here. I've just kept the mechanism built for years, because I did this back when I was really young, and I found like Lego guns on YouTube. I was like, man, those are so cool. So like I tried creating them, and I followed some tutorials or something. But I kind of made my own design here, which, like, mainly I kind of copied some people's designs. What I did was I just looked at a lot of videos and looked at, like, the mechanisms they used to fire, just kind of mishmashed them into my own mechanism here. I'll fire a shot, like, bang, bang. Bam. I don't even know if you can see that, but I'm firing them. Alright. But it can hold a decent amount of rubber bands, I think. But, it's pretty cool. Just something I decided to kind of refurbish. I don't know, I might fashion this into a real gun, I don't know. It used to have like a full body and a longer barrel, I guess is what you would call it, and I have that on mock pages somewhere. And just throw that over to the side. Alright, next up is a really, really, really small whip here. We have more of Marina from Mystic Makers here, which it's really not looking like much, and I scrapped the original whip from the first video. It's going to be a slightly bigger scale, and mainly I really only have the hands done, which the hand looks pretty good. If you've actually seen the game, I think this hand looks pretty good. And then it's going to attach to the skeleton arm right here, and that's going to be the arm, which I don't have these in the red color that I need, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a small little thing. I have another hand that's done, and it's just like, who cares? You know, that's gonna take a long while if I ever finish it, which I doubt I will. All right, I only got 2 things left here, but considering I've already gone over 3 things, it's kind of a lot. All right, this is kind of a wasteland thing, as you can see here. You know, it's got the like messed up sidewalk, all that lovely damage over here, which I think it looks pretty good. I really like this crack area over here, but I think it looks pretty good. Now, this is going to be a little scene kind of based on Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I recently read. And at one point, the main character, Rick Deckard, is just kind of lustfully peering into a window where there's an ostrich, because in that book, having a real-life animal and not a robotic one is like a really huge class status kind of thing. And so my idea, I'm kind of trying to recreate that scene as I saw it in my mind, which I just kind of saw Rick Deckard, you know, looking into a window like the book said, but I felt like there were these, like, lasers in front of the window, and the ostrich was just in this, like, clean white room, and then the outside of the building was, like, all desolate and destroyed, and there's a bunch of crap, which I haven't added yet, and, you know, I still need about 6 more lasers, or, I guess, laser halves, I guess, and just lightsaber blades. And then I also need to construct a wall over here, all that, get a Rick Deckard minifigure, you know. I still have a lot of work on this one. I still have a lot of work on all of these, except maybe this one over here, which I guess for this one I didn't include that I was going to try to make like a hot air balloon type vehicle for this, which I tried yesterday, but I just could not get inspired on what to make. It's hard. That's something very hard for me to build, vehicles and stuff. Alright, now that guy, you can go over there. I'm going to hit everything else. Alright, this next one, I don't even know if it'll stand since I'm on carpet. It did, oh my god, awesome. This is just kind of the entrance to a castle I'm working on. This is actually a WIP I've had for the longest time, and then I destroyed the WIP and now I'm rebuilding it. Like, around a year and maybe a year and a half ago, I kind of came up with this arch, except I had it snotted sideways for some reason, because I didn't think they would fit the normal way, the white arches into those gray arches. I didn't think they'd fit the normal way for some reason. But anyway, so all the 1x2 bricks were kind of going upwards, which I thought was kind of stupid, but I just kind of went with it. But I still had this little, I guess, gilded thing, I don't know what you would call that, but it's just made out of handcuffs and android arms, which is something I've been meaning to use, and that's why I was kind of sad I scrapped the original WIP, but I have it back now. And I think that just looks really cool, and then of course I have all the different kinds of bricks, so it's kind of tattered, but it's still kind of like giant and majestic and stuff. I'm just shaking the camera because I can. And then I have this little lion set over here, and you can fit in the bottom part of a lever into one of these lion heads, which I didn't realize you could do. And so I did that, and as you can see, there's a little 2x2 orange dish there. I plan on putting an orange crystal on top of it, so it looks like just a torch, like a flame. And I've done it with blue, which, you know, fire isn't really normally blue, but I still saw the kind of flame look, so I just need to order 2 orange crystals, and I think another lion's head for over there. I can't find another gray one for some weird reason. I can find like all my tan ones, but not gray. But you know, that's another WIP I'm working on. This one, I really don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm just kind of building the wall just to build the wall. I don't know what backstory I'm going to have, what else I'm going to have populating it. I'm not going to make like a giant like wall, because I just don't have the pieces or the space to do it. So I really have no idea what I'm going to do with this one. The other ones I kind of have an idea, or I guess the gun's more of a fun thing that I'm doing. But all the other ones I have kind of a clear vision of what I'm going to do. Except for this one, I don't know what to do with this one. But I still think it's turned out pretty well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I enjoy making them.